Let me guess. You watching this video because you about to go to Alaska. I love that for you. Let me help you out. I want to make it easier. I ain't have this, but I'm going to help you out. So, first of all, you got to fly to Seattle if you're going on this particular Alaskan cruise. How you get there? Whatever flight you got to take, you get there. Now, I highly, highly recommend your behind flies in the night before, the day before, whatever. Please, if your cruise leaves on a Saturday, please don't fly in on that Saturday. You're going to run the risk of getting left. And I believe that happened because I saw somebody at the next port that we went to, they had their luggage. So they had to get up, they had to fly to that particular place to get on the cruise ship from there. So don't be that person. So you need a hotel. I myself personally stay in the Fairfield Inn by Marriott Hotel. I'll put it here somewhere on the screen. And they have a free shuttle. You don't have to stay there. You can stay somewhere else. But make sure that you have a hotel that has a free shuttle that's 24/7. This particular hotel had a 24/7 shuttle. Some that I called, they had a shuttle, but it wasn't 24/7. Because being that I'm on the opposite side of the world here in Florida, and I had to get to Seattle, Washington, my flight didn't get in till midnight. So I needed a 24-hour crew, 24-hour shuttle. Okay, and it was free, so it was included in the stay for your room. All I had to do was call the hotel and be like, hey, I'm here at the airport where I'm supposed to meet, I need a shuttle. And the man was there. When I tell you 5 minutes tops, he was so nice, so kind, I felt safe. And it was a man. It's almost 1 a.m. at this point. The man was super nice, super kind. I didn't feel unsafe at all. Okay. So dropped me off at the hotel. I stayed the night. They actually upgraded my room because they ran out of the rooms that I originally booked. It was a cool stay. I booked a super last minute, and I think I got a decent rate for super last minute. Super nice stay. They have breakfast the next morning. Free breakfast. How can you even beat that? You got a free shuttle, free breakfast, and it's a Marriott. I say less. So that was that. And in order to get to the port, so from where I'm at, I'm in downtown, well, not downtown, but I'm in, they call it SeaTac area, Seattle, Tacoma, Washington airport area. That particular hotel, I called the morning of this shuttle system that I found on Google, and I asked them, I was like, hey, do y'all have any type of availability for today? Because these Uber Lyft prices, are getting out of hand. Like, they were like $60-something one way. I wasn't trying to pay that. Y'all know I'm cheap, okay? So the shuttle people, they were like, yeah, we have availability at 11-something. I was like, baby, get me on the shuttle. I'll be ready. I got my butt up. I wasn't ready at all. I got my butt up, got in the shower, did all of that, and I was ready. The lady came, and they said, go to the lobby. The lady came in the lobby. She was super kind. She's like, are you Miss? Say my last name. I was like, yeah, that's me. And so she took me on a shuttle. Keep in mind, it is a shared shuttle bus. If you don't want to be in a shared shuttle bus, don't book it. It's guaranteed you're going to have other people with you. So I was the first stop. We made 3 other stops. So we went to this other hotel. They're all in the same area, though. Went to another hotel, picked up several people, like 6 people, 6, 7 people. It was like several couples. And then we went, picked up another couple, 2 people, and then picked up 1 person at this hotel. And then we went to they dropped us off at the actual cruise port. So, you know what I mean? But it didn't take long. But if you're like, listen, I just want to get straight to the port, don't book the shared shuttle. Just go ahead and get you an Uber and Lyft and pay the extra whatever price that you want to pay and get there. But just understand it's a little expensive. But if you're splitting the cost, if you're going with other people, then you might want to just go ahead and split the cost of the Uber or the Lyft and just do it that way. That way you're not having to do the shared experience. But it wasn't bad. It didn't take crazy long. Like, I was chilling. Like, I was knocked out, to be honest. It had started raining. I was chilling. So that's an option. What else? While in the ports, let's talk about that. So for the first port we had was Sitka. So Sitka, when you get off the ship, they actually have they call them free shuttle buses, but they're like school buses, essentially. And if you want to get off the ship before noon, then you have to register online. And the cruise will actually give you the information, the paperwork, like the day before or so, to register online to get your ticket if you want to get off before noon. If you don't want to get off before noon, You ain't got to worry. Just walk up like I did, and they'll get you on the bus. You don't got to have no ticket or nothing like that. Because I'm a late person. I didn't want to get up that early. I didn't care. But if you want to be off the ship right when they dock, we docked at like 10 a.m. in Sitka. If you want to be off at 10 a.m., baby, yo behind is going to need a ticket. And you got to register online. So you need Wi-Fi to do that. If you ain't got Wi-Fi, sucks to be you if you want to get off early. So that's that. Takes you to downtown, probably 10-minute ride, if that. Free. It's free. Shuttle's free here. Next part is go to Juneau. Once again, this particular cruise, I'm only talking about the Bliss. I can't speak for other ships because they all dock different places. But the Bliss and Juneau, we dock at the AJ dock. AJ dock is not where the main dock is. So it's like a 10-minute maybe ride. The shuttle bus there is free. It is free. It's right outside. When you get off the ship, it's right there. It's free. Just get in the line. You don't need no ticket. You don't need nothing. Just get in the line. It's a little lengthy. It's gonna take you a little minute. But just get in the line. They'll take you to the main port where you got all the shopping and all that kind of stuff in Juneau. And from there, you can do whatever tour you want to do. They got people outside just ready to take your money. You want to go to Mendenhall like I did. You want to go to whale watching. They all right there. There's so many vendors. And like right when you get off, like when you get off the bus in the regular port area, you're going to see a line of vendors. A lot of them sometimes will be sold out. Like in my case, what I wanted to do, they were all sold out. So I had to kind of keep going through the port to the right. And I saw way more. It was like a whole nother line of vendors. And I was able to get on the tour that I wanted to do, which is the Mendenhall Glacier tour. And with this particular tour, it is a shared experience, meaning you're on a trolley, but it's more like a bus, but it's a trolley essentially. It's nice though, with other people. I paid $65. I went through the company, Juneau Tours, and whale watching. I'll link all of the information for all of these people below. I also put it on the screen. They were great. I had a tour guide, Troy. He was exceptional, so amazing. They have different times, so you can pick the earliest. The latest, if you're on the Bliss and you have to be back on the ship by 1, the latest you need to do is 9:15. That's the absolute latest. That's what I did, and it was close. But we got back at like 12:15. And then we had to go back to the other dock. So that's a whole nother story, which I'll talk about in my blog. So go watch that. Come back. So yeah, I did that with that tour company. It was $65. It was great. You get on the trolley. They take you. The ride is about 30 minutes one way. So understand that. If you're somebody that don't want to be on the trolley for 30 minutes, it's all enclosed. It's not like an outdoor trolley, but it is a 30-minute ride to Mendenhall Glacier from the port. So keep that in mind. You have about 2 hours. So once you get there, you have 2 hours to do whatever you want to do at Mendenhall and Nugget Falls. Like you do whatever you want to do. 2 hours. And then you get back. They'll come back for you. That same particular bus will come back for you, or trolley, and you'll go back. It takes about 30 minutes to get back as well to port. And then you also, from that main area, if you're on the Bliss and you're docking at AJ dock, you have to get back on a bus and go back to AJ dock. This is where it gets tricky. That line is going to be longer. The closer you get to the time you have to be back on the ship to like 1 o'clock, the line to get on the bus is going to be lengthy. So make sure your butt is back in that line because it's going to take a little minute. Like I was in line for like 30 minutes. Kid you not. Waiting to get back to AJ dock. So I got back to AJ dock, which is where the ship was, at 12:57 p.m. We had to be back on the ship at 1 p.m. I cut it close. But I heard the lady saying that as long as you were in the line back at the other dock, you were fine. They're not going to leave you as long as you're in the line. So I know people got back way later than I did, and it was fine to be on the ship. Next port, I might be out of order, but I think it was Icy Strait. It was Icy Strait, I think. Yeah, I think so. Icy Strait. This particular port where the Bliss docks, you have to, you can do one or two things. You can take the gondola. Actually, let me go back. With Juneau, you actually can walk from where the NCL Bliss docks to the main area where all the shops are. You can walk, but I hear it's a rocky walk. Like it's not straight, and you're literally, I saw it. You're literally like on the road. It's like cars coming, so you got to be careful. Like I personally, I was only going to do that if I was going to be late for the ship, but I don't recommend it. Just a little too dangerous for me personally because there's no sidewalk really. So, but you can walk. I think it's under 30 minutes, like 25 or something like that. But it's a little, it's not just straight flat walking. But if you want to walk, you can walk. People were definitely walking. Moving back on to Icy Strait. Icy Strait, once you get off the ship, you can definitely walk. I don't know the mileage. I don't know how far it is, but I know you can walk. Or you can take the gondola, which I did. I wanted to get a little scenic view. Take the gondola up and over to the main area where restaurants, shopping, all of that is. And that is free. The green gondola is free. There is a red gondola that's paid. Okay. I think it's like $50, something like that. It's paid. But the free gondola, that'll take you across the way. The red gondola, it's like more so for like touristy stuff. So like you can go over a mountain and like get all the views and stuff like that. But it's not going to take you to the shopping area. Yeah. What else? Moving on to Ketchikan. So this one, this port, I didn't get to go downtown because of there was an accident. They shut down the highway. Yeah. But there is a free shuttle bus that will take you downtown. The lady told me it was a 7-mile walk. I was like, yeah, no, not gonna do that. So I just end up staying right in the little store area. Wasn't much to do. It's a restaurant, shopping in the main store, but nothing outside of that. So it was like one store and like one restaurant. So I couldn't go to downtown because of that issue, and I wasn't walking 7 miles. But that's what's in Ketchikan. And then the last one is Victoria, BC, Canada. This one, once you get off the ship, there's a lot of like vendors and stuff trying to sell you tours, but I decided to go downtown. This is the only port where the shuttle or any transportation is not free. Like you have to pay. I think I paid 15 or 20 USD. It was 20. It was 20. 15 or 20, I can't remember. And I paid it in USD, so like I just gave them the money. And you have to pay. It's on like a charter bus, like a really nice charter bus. It was like double decker, and it took me to downtown. Once again, the ride was nice. It was like the tour guide was telling you about the city and all that kind of stuff. Wasn't bad at all. They drop you off downtown, and then you can get back on. They have tour buses coming every 15 minutes, I think, to go back to the ship area. But that's transportation and things like that, how to make your trip to Alaska a little easier. If you have any questions that you just may have that I didn't talk about, feel free to let me know. I will answer them down in the comments. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. As always, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent.